Oh ha hey ho ha. Shark bait. Oh ha hey ha ho. Beep boop boop. Beep 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 boop beep boop.
Whatever we do, change comes. It's coming with the implosion of our Imperium, and it's coming with the rapid degradation of the ecosystem itself. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. It's how we cope with this change. Will we respond actually?
Will we learn to speak with the world with a new humility, Lunchy? Will we create structures within our own communities for sustainability? Or will we continue to live in an illusion? And in a way, it's a matter of awakening ourselves to our new reality and responding to it. What you looking for? You hungry? Hey, I'm a hungry puppy named Lunchy, and I want some food, Daddy, please. Can I get some of them yum yums? My name's Lunchy. What do you wums? Look at my stay. All right, come on. Button. Please press the like button. Miguel H. Oh boy, here comes it. That big part. The part that's important that I can never remember the words to, but you guys are going to have to listen to it anyway. One of these days it's all going to have meaning for you. The fungus is among us, and it's going to eat your brain. And then everybody's going to die. And then we're all going to be living in a hellscape. The argument that I'm making is when we evaluate toxic strategies and factions, the question that we ask is, can we create a more horizontal distribution of power or not? Is it sort of an variation or not? I don't know how it would save the world. I don't know what's possible. You know what the future holds. We test ourselves in acting according to our consciousness now. In a way that others will feel entirely new. Time for that show that you guys watch sometimes. Here we go. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome back to another best worst show on the internet. That's right. We are the best worst show out there. Welcome back. Hopefully you guys are doing fare thee well today, because today is a interesting day of news. It's an interesting day of news. And I just realized something. I forgot to turn on that really bright ass light that I'm supposed to turn on. else? All right. Yeah. Hold up. Okay. That's better. So, what's going on? How are you guys doing today? Yeah, today seems to be a big day of news or whatever. I was like doing some other stuff, been working on some programming things, trying to teach myself some stuff, and working on my little AI bot or whatever that I'm working on, because I figured if everybody else is getting into the game, might be time for me to get into the game. Don't want to be at the edge of the game or whatever, but that doesn't matter for anything else. How are you doing today? Is it another fantastic evening for you? Are you having a fantastic day in this new world that we live in? Because remember, we don't live in the same America that we used to, yo. We don't, though. We live in this new place. It's fine. We're all having to deal with it and stuff. I'm sure we're going to be fine. I'm still kind of wondering, though, if there's going to be some kind of like cordyceps fungus or something like that that's going to take over the entire world and kill everyone. Yeah, I might have just watched The Last of Us or whatever. No, maybe it's possible, actually. I don't know. Seems possible. Seems scary. I don't know. I've been watching all kinds of stuff about different funguses and shit. And I saw not that long ago, they found like 4 different kinds of the permafrost that were existing in like sub-zero temperatures, but they were like still eating wood or gasoline or various other things. And I was just like, okay, maybe this might actually be a problem. This could actually be a fucking problem. It's a fucking problem. Yeah. So how do you guys feel about living in the New World Order? I mean, we've been living in the New World Order for a little while now. You know, like allegedly Trump was trying to save us from the New World Order, but he utterly and totally failed, right? Utterly and totally failed because he lost that election, cried about it, and now this is where we are. And I mean, things have been getting weird. People are going to jail for weird things. People are still getting arrested for that January 6th thing. And everything else just seems to be getting a lot weirder. So, I mean, I don't know if it's this new anarcho-tyranny that we're living in, or if it's some kind of like, I don't know, theological prison, but the ideology is not religious. It's some kind of other new invented fangled bullshit. I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm supposed to be following some sort of format or whatever, because this is the Griftcast. We do this show for money. It's 100% about the money, only 20% about the news, and 80% me being a jackass. That's right. That is right. So, time to do some shout outs. So, what's up to my friend Magic Poop over there on Rumble? Nice to see you out there. Hopefully, you're doing very well. What's up, CV? Hopefully, you're doing very well today. I did see you just a little bit ago. Thanks for the hug. How's it going to JR Riggs? You're one of my guys, one of my benches. How's it going to Susu? Much appreciated that you're here, my good friend. How's it going to Miguel H? You're always a fantastic individual. Thank you for being here with us. How's it going to Acrid Fusion? Always a fan, always a great individual. Nice to have you here. Definitely go check out his YouTube channel because I think he does stuff. We also got F-Bombs in the chat. F-Bombs for you. That guy, I feel like, doesn't like me because he doesn't understand my sarcasm and shit, but one day he will understand that I am more of a nihilist and I just like making fun of everything on equal sides. And the only reason I do Trump shit is because I like Trump because he was in that Home Alone movie. And I don't care if you don't like that answer. That's the answer that I get. It's a great answer because I could give 2 shits. I could give 2 shits. We're all gonna die in fucking concentration camps and shit. They're gonna put us in the fucking gulag and we're just gonna have to deal with it, right? Like, do you want to live or do you want to get murdered? You got 2 choices, right? There's the third choice, right? Do you want to escape and form a resistance? I mean, where are we going to go? Are we going to go underground? Are we going to get some kind of sky base or something like that? Because I'm like down for a sky base. Like, think about it. Like dirigibles and shit floating over the ocean stuff. They'd probably be able to shoot us down really easy. I mean, moon base would go really hard, but I mean, the only way we're getting there is probably Elon Musk because Virgin Galactic's pretty much a joke. And Jeff Bezos is obviously one of the rich guys, so he ain't going to be helping us out anyway. He ain't going to be helping us out anyway. So we really don't have a lot of fucking options. So, you know, we can either steal a SpaceX rocket or we're basically stuck here. So Unless anybody wants to go break into some super highly secretive military bases and acquire some of those UAPs that we got or don't got, I don't know. Really, doesn't matter. Your future is looking pretty grim. You're either going to be in the Russian gulag or the Chinese re-education camp, and somehow the Joe Biden administration and all that other, the UN and all that crap, all that Illuminati shit that people were talking about back in the day. I got to put that fucking owl thing back over here. Yeah, seriously. It's just too much, dude. This is too much, dude. Maybe F-Bomb's got a good idea. There's those bitches that go to the treetops in Costa Rica. I mean, their lives ain't that great. People got to bring them in supplies and shit, but we could live out there. We could do that. We could do that for sure. I mean, I could try. I mean, what's the harm in trying is the question. Is there any harm in trying anything? Yes, there's always harm in trying anything. There's no harm in giving someone an idea, but there could be massive amounts of harm if you actually act upon some terrible idea, right? I guess that's the quotient that certain left-leaning ideologies and peoples out there try to tell you. But whatever. I'm supposed to do this next. It's the grift. So here at the Griftcast, we love money. And if you want to send us some money, you can. Through a myriad of different ways. We got the Griftcast IRL Streamlabs button that takes you to griftcastirl.com, where you can actually watch the show, comment, chat if you're logged in, and send donations and stuff, and bypass YouTube and all the other things so that we can get the money directly, and it's super awesome. Also, you got the option for PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. We even got the Griftcast IRL merch store, which is actually pretty fantastic, although it seems to be loading pretty slowly right now for some reason. I don't know. Hey! Well, that's weird. Okay, there we go. Yeah. And then we also got the Griftcast IRL merch store, so you can go and purchase different merchandise that says Griftcast IRL on it and definitely support the show. We got a lot of great stuff. We even got mugs and stuff where I even got my mug right here. You can see my Griftcast mug, and it goes really great for drinking coffees, teas, even cocos, which brings me into my next grift. If you're a fan of coffee, the coffee wars have started. Jeremy from the Quartering is now going toe-to-toe with Tim Pool and the coffee wars, and we're back in one side right now. We are. $2 super chat from Toxic Voxic. Oh my God. What's up? Thanks for that $2 super chat, bro. Tossing you scraps, my dog. Thanks a lot for your scraps, bro. I appreciate that. I'm poor because of my freaky lawyer, he says. No, I get that, dude. You get arrested with weed in Texas, you're going to need a lawyer. You gotta need a motherfucking lawyer. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, in the coffee wars, we're going between Coffee Brand Coffee, and obviously I'm on the side of Coffee Brand Coffee. I'm an affiliate. You can use the promo code Griftcast to save yourself a little bit of money at checkout if you're into that sort of thing. And I mean, they got a bunch of great shit. And then obviously, if you like Tim Pool, you might want to go and try and buy his coffee and stuff. But I'm just here to tell you that it's probably garbage or something like that. But for whatever reason, I'm starting to think that these guys are just working together and it's all just a ploy to get people to buy more coffee in general. I don't know, but we always appreciate it. You can also go to our little thing here and hit on all of our different links to all of our different stuff, so you can follow us. Rumble, Twitch, D-Live, the TikToks, all of that stuff. Hell, we even got our Griftcast IRL Discord server, which is where we'd love to have you guys come in, because we used to like to do a show where we invited you guys to come on and we just sat around at Discord and talked, and I think I'm bringing that back. We called it the LARP line. We figured we're probably just going to end up using Discord as opposed to the Streamlab thing, because, well, to be perfectly honest, there's reasons. Anyways, but you can definitely go check that stuff out. We appreciate it if you do. But as always, this show isn't always about grifting. It's just only mostly about grifting. And there are news stories that we did actually get on the horn to talk to you guys about, because things are happening. People are doing stuff. Things is easier. Discord's easier. I know some people don't like Discord. I would start a guilded, but the thing is everybody likes their own things. Like, I'm trying to consolidate. Like, I got Twitter. I got Instagram. I got Facebook. I got YouTube. I got fucking, Turf Social, Getter, and Gab, and I mean, there's just so many. I mean, Rumble. So, I'm focusing YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, Discord, and then I think I'm still thinking I'm going Substack over locals, just because the Substack seems to work a little bit better and more people are down to get on it. It looks a little bit more reputable. The locals thing, it's interesting, but I don't know. It just seems like a walled garden, and it's a walled garden that you can't improve, which is not cool. Yeah, that's not cool. Not cool. Yeah. There's so many mainstream services that are dying. You're right. And, honestly, we've been growing on Rumble, I feel like, at a significant rate in a lot of ways, right? Because Rumble seems to be the majority of our viewership now. Like, a lot of people have shifted over from watching on YouTube and have been on Rumble. Although the only thing that skeeves me out about Rumble is that, sometimes I'll have 30 people watching on Rumble and not a single person is chatting, right? And that's the question that really bothers me. And this is the thing that I've experienced on a lot of alternative platforms, which is that I don't know if the numbers are real. Like, when we moved to D-Live, when we started streaming on D-Live, which we still have an account there, we just don't stream on it because, there's really, unless you're unless you're good with some other people that are streaming there, people ain't gonna watch you over there. And I mean, we've been multi-streaming to Twitch for years, and we've literally had no growth on Twitch ever, right? The only time we had growth on Twitch, I ruined it for myself. Can you believe this? I used to be playing overnight Star Citizen, and I was starting to get 50 to 70 people watching me play Star Citizen. And I was like, cool, man. The average, I think, was 25, 30. But I think one day we had 70, 80 people watching it, and we were having a good time, right? And then I hosted a girl with my channel, and ever since I hosted that girl on my channel, my viewership went to 0 because she was streaming on my exact same time slot, and I basically just gave her all my viewers. Because let's be honest, if you're playing Star Citizen, are you going to be wanting to watch a fat dude like me, or are you going to be wanting to watch some kind of cute little young chick that's sexy as hell that talk like a this, probably like that. Yeah. I hosted a fucking girl and I ruined it for myself. So I've never been able to crawl back on there up the ladder. It's almost like the Star Citizen community over on Twitch hates me or something, which is funny because now that I have my new Twitter account back, I've been low key talking smack to those guys hey, wow, look at your tiny little Twitter account, because they were literally saying that shit to me months ago or whatever, and I'm just like, damn, dude, this community's trying to tell me I'm a nobody and I got no followers, and I literally have bigger accounts on every platform than they do. These people are mean, man. So I've literally switched over to going pretty much, I'm pretty much fall in on Rumble. The growth that I've seen on Rumble, if it's real, is really freaking great. And I see Magic Poop and Acrid Fusion over there. And I know the YouTube stream is probably a little bit better, but Twitch has never had the discoverability for any of the stuff on there. They only keep your stuff for 3 months until they delete it. And honestly, the only reason I'm still on Twitch is because I was grandfathered in a long time ago, because people wonder, they're like, how are you multi-streaming and not getting banned on Twitch when every single affiliate signs the little paperwork, clicks the checkbox or whatever, and says, okay, how does it happen? And I mean, what I'll say is that, even from the past long time ago, is that where I signed up to be an affiliate or whatever, it was because I was trying to bring people over and shit. And it was just a checkbox where it was multi-streaming, and I did not click that checkbox, and I submitted my application and they accepted it anyway. So there was an agreement between Twitch and I that I don't agree to that. So that's it. That's how it used to work. You didn't have to do anything special. There wasn't any type of extra you did. You don't have any person at Twitch that's doing anything to you or whatever. The thing is that makes it so that I will never be a Twitch partner, right? Which I'm okay with. Yep, I'm okay with it. Yeah, Rumble is great for listening because unlike YouTube, you can minimize the video. Miguel H, you can actually minimize the video on YouTube. You just have to pay for YouTube Red. See, right? That's the thing, is that a lot of people don't like YouTube. But one thing to understand is a lot of people aren't utilizing YouTube correctly. So YouTube offers their YouTube Red / YouTube Premium thing. They used to call it Red. Now it's called Premium. I think it costs like $10, $12 a month. And when you have that, you don't get any ads on anything, right? And every view that you do is worth like 5 to 10 times more than a view from somebody that is just a free user watching ads. So like you get the benefit of not watching ads, right? And literally you will never see an ad ever on YouTube, ever, if you pay the it's $120 a year or some shit like that. But if you pay that, you'll never see an ad. And your view, every time you look at something on YouTube, while you're watching your favorite creator, watching whatever, your view per money is worth way more than an ad view for somebody that doesn't have it. Just something to think about. So some people are like, yeah, I just saved $120. Yeah, but you got to realize is that on Rumble, do you get ads? Not yet. You will. So there's different things that you have to look at. There's different ways of understanding how the premiums work at different places. I mean, I watch YouTube all the time and I hate ads. So $120 a year to not see ads on my favorite platform to watch videos was always a thing. But, Rumble is starting to grow in a significant way. There's a lot of new content creators on it. And yes, there's still things that need to get fixed, but it seems like they're actually trying to fix it. Like if we actually start getting some legit pages, some like legit ways of searching for videos and stuff, that right there would probably be one of the big things that I could see there. And yes, some people don't get adverts on the Rumble, but eventually I'm going to have to say is that you will, right? Like how do they pay people for all this? Kind of big question, right? Kind of big question. So I don't know, I'm just expanding, doing the same thing that I've always done, which is multi-streaming and being just a G or whatever. Being the top G that I am. Speaking of a top G, though, we should probably start actually talking about the real news because we got a lot of stuff to cover today. And I know Rumble's probably going to ease into how they're doing all of this stuff. Sorry, I had to change my ear battery. I forgot to do that before the show. Always do. That's why I love this headset, though. But the problem is it's a broken. Watch, I think I could show you. See this? See, like this one? That's like not fucking weird. But this side's like hanging on for dear life. But it's awesome just to think about it is that we got this headset how many years ago, guys? Like over 3-4 years ago? We bought this for the stream many years ago. And it's lasted a really long time, but I think I can fix it. I think I just need to like get the right kind of like screwdrivers for it, open it up, and then figure out what broke and either glue it in or try to 3D print something. But if I did get new headphones, I could only get probably the upgraded version of this because like I don't want to go down, right? Like I still have my Razer headphones, my cans. I still got those. They're USB, they plug in. But, like I don't like having the cord. Like I like these because I can put them on, I can move my head around. They're pretty comfortable, right? The new version, though, seems a little bit weird. Anyways, I just figured I'd say something. Anyways, so did you guys hear? March 31st. Also the day the movie The Matrix came out. Dun, dun, dun. Ah! Really? The day the Matrix movie comes out? Andrew Tate gets out of the Matrix? Holy shit, man. Great Scott. You know what I'm saying? Is that weird? No, it's not weird. Whatever. Whatever. So, yes, it's being reported through Forbes and a whole lot of other people that Andrew Tate, internet superstar, self-proclaimed misogynist, won an appeal on Friday to replace his detention with house arrest after spending months. I mean months in a Romanian jail on charges of human trafficking, organized crime, and rape. Yeah. Yep, probably. Yeah, just, oh, wait, you guys are talking about my upgrades, so, like, I'll show you. Jesus, we're supposed to be talking about Andrew Tate already. So I'll show you what I have. Steel Series. This is what I have. I got a Steel Series, right? Like, I got a Steel Series keyboard, Steel Series mouse, Steel Series headset. I have all Steel Series shit. You know why I buy Steel Series shit? It's because it's got metal, mother sucker. It's metal. It's not that, it ain't that plastic shit. Like, even this is plastic, but at least it's got a plastic bottom, but it's got the metal top piece or whatever. It feels nice. So it's like, you know, it don't bend or twist. It's just like high dollar shit, right? I like good shit, right? I like the good shit. So yeah, this is what I had, or these are all the headsets that they have. And I think I originally bought this headset for like $350 fucking dollars or some shit like that. They're expensive as hell, man. These things are expensive as shit. I don't even think they sell it on the website anymore. No, I don't think they do. Wait, no. It's this right here. Arctis Pro Wireless. That's the one right there. $350. They're still selling this shit for $350. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? God damn, son. That shit's expensive, bro. Yeah. And now they have this one, which is the new version. And I think it costs even more or whatever, which is ridiculous. But it was rated 10 out of 10 by IGN. Best wireless gaming headset from Eurogamer. And innovation for multi-receiver or multi-system receiver first in gaming. And the reason I like it is because I can connect my phone to my headset. And I can hear my notifications from my phone inside my headset. As opposed to it being all loud and stuff out everywhere. And then I can like change. I have basically two different sets of speakers I can listen to do stuff. And the new one is just basically even more of the same. It costs the same amount too. I think the only thing different about it is that it's got a better microphone or something. But I don't even use the microphone in this thing anyway. I used to back in the day. You know, I used to back in the day. So yeah, times are tough. Times are tough. Yeah, that's right. If you want to get the Mega Chad wireless gaming series, and I feel like I put this headset on the map because nobody had this shit till I got it, and then everybody got that shit. So I don't know. All right, who gives a shit about any of that stuff? Yeah, who gives a shit about that stuff? I like wearing my Apple Watch while I game. I don't even have an Apple Watch. Cherie's got an Apple Watch. I think she's got like 2 of them now. But yeah, I don't have an Apple Watch. I'm afraid to wear one because I don't want it to tell me that I have heart problems all the time because I'm just going to be like, I fucking know, watch! Yeah. Woo! Anyways, Tate appealed the decision from a judge last week to extend his arrest for a 4th time. This time, however, the Bucharest Court of Appeal ruled it Tate's appeal, allowing him to serve 30-day sentence under house arrest. Ramona Bola, the spokesperson for Tate, Romania's anti-organized crime agency, told the Associated Press. The internet personality, along with his brother, Tristan, both British citizens, and 2 Romanian women were arrested together in December and won an appeal, and all 4 will be under house arrest until April 29th. Yay! That's right. That is right. That is right. So, as you can take it for at least a little bit of time, you'll understand that, you know, like this has been a really long time coming for the Tate brothers. Like they've been in jail for a while. We don't know why they won their appeal this time. We just know that they've been in jail for a really long time without charges. And once again, I did a lot of searching today to try to figure out if there were any charges or anything that was getting put up that would, I don't know, kind of make it seem like this is okay. Because remember, I'm a dumb American and I don't know how this shit works in the other places or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, so I don't really get it though, dude. Like, this whole thing just kind of seems like crazy to me because there's still no charges, right? Like, they're going home on 30 days of house arrest. Like, they can't leave their home for 30 days, but they haven't been charged with anything, right? Like, they could just say, hey, I'm gonna be here. We're gonna be doing whatever it is that we're doing for the next 30 days. But yeah, like, it literally nothing. Like nothing. They still haven't told us anything. They haven't told us a goddamn thing about what these guys did to be put on house arrest for 30 days now. Which is crazy. Oh, well, we're still investigating. We're not done with you. We just want you to know that you could be home and shit, but we're going to have people right outside your house watching your arrest. And if you fucking leave and try to get into a fucking fight or something like that, we are going to get you. That's the way that I see that they're actually trying to put this whole thing forward, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And yes, Magic Poop, was it Eliza advocating for the Tate victims? Why, yes, she was. That's Magic Poop over there on, he's speaking on the Rumble chat. Yes, that's right, man. This is the same group that was under fire from some of the other grifters out there that saw that the Andrew Tate case was on the big. All right, we just got a $2 donation from CV. Hey, CV, thanks for that $2 donation with the message saying, this is how you do it. That's right. That's how you do it. You send in donations. They pop up on the screen. We read them out loud, and everybody's happy. And if you're watching this right now, make sure that you hit that like button over on Rumble, hit the like button on YouTube or whatever other platform you're watching on that definitely has the ability for you to hit that like button. Yes, so now we actually do have some video of Andrew Tate and his brother being released today. That was live, right? Live. Right here. We'll cut to it right now. Here's one of the first videos that we saw of them coming out of that Romanian area with whoever that dude is right there. I don't know who that dude is. But there's Andrew and Tristan. Tristan came out first, and then Andrew was behind him. So I don't know if that was like a plan. Maybe like Tristan was like, I'll take a bullet for you, brother, if they try to shoot you when you come out this bitch. And then Andrew kind of comes up from the back, you know, looking really scraggly, bro. Looking like you need a freaking shower, bro, dude. You looking these motherfuckers looking like they just came out of Iraq, motherfucker. These sons of bitches look like they fucking Taliban ran shit. Sorry, just saying. They just honestly, if these two dudes came up to me wearing fucking turban and you know shit, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference if they were white or not. I'd be like, what? Y'all are fucking British? Nah, bro. Here's another video of them being released.
With hardship comes ease. Andrew, stay strong, Andrew.
And then there's the girls, I guess, too.
We love you, Andrew.
Yeah, there's the two girls and Andrew Tate. People are like, we love you. We love you, Mr. Tate.
Stay strong.
Yeah. So everybody's like, you know, showing some love to Andrew Tate. But at the same time, don't forget that Andrew Tate was actually on South Park. That's how much of a cultural phenomenon this guy's led to.
Harass the ladies. Well, I wanted strippers, not prudes.
What does it say?
Hey, you guy. You did not harass the ladies. Well, I wanted strippers, not prudes. You want to talk big man, huh? You want to be big man? Whoa, okay. I think I need to explain something to you, okay?
I need to explain something to you.
Combat the messages that the liberal left is putting out to young men about their male instincts being toxic. The f*** you talking?
The fuck you talking?
No, I'm trying to show my son and his nerdy little friend what a real party is, because society wants them to be ashamed of their masculine natures. You want a real party? Yeah.
You want real
Truth is, I got a
party?
whole barn full of weed. I will call some friends.
I will call some friends. I got a whole barn full of weed. Excuse me? If I was just hanging out with some fool and this dude's like, oh man, Manny, I would love to throw a party. I'd be like, yeah, party? You got any liquor or anything? If somebody told me I got a barn full of weed, I'd be like, is weed legal here? Oh, we've detected copyright audio in your stream. What? It popped up for a second, but I already stopped playing it. So yeah, we'll probably have to cut that out later. But it's just kind of funny. It's kind of epic, actually. It's kind of epic just to think about like how far this guy has gone throughout this thing. And thanks again to Accurate Fusion for that $2 super chat. I see that shit right there with just 5 present boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that super chat, bro. Appreciate that. So, you know, if you're watching on Rumble, that will get cut out. But I'm gonna this stream's probably definitely gonna get blocked because. I mean, it was 38 seconds, which is over the 30-second mark, but only by 8 seconds. But like, come on, seriously, bro. YouTube, you guys are whack or whatever. I think I actually had a video. I thought I retweeted a video of somebody actually doing something with Andrew Tate here a second ago. So let me just scroll down a little bit to try to see it. No, I guess I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. Thanks again to Accurate Fusion for that generous little super chat right there. Yeah, like there was supposed to be a video of him. I just saw a video of him talking or whatever after he got released. Something like that. Oh yeah, here it is. Andrew Tate's first words since his release. The audio's probably bad. Let's go. Did you just say assalamu alaikum?
I want to give respect firstly to the judges who heard us today because they were very attentive and they listened to us and they let us I have no resentment in my heart for the country of Romania or for anybody else. I believe in God.
Yeah, you can't even hear that shit. Hold on a second. Volume master. I don't keep this installed on here. But I guess I should. I should just leave it like installed but shut off. Hey. Fuck. Where did it go? Ah, there it is.
It's a little bit emotional. I've been in one room since last year. I want to give respect firstly to the judges who heard us today because they were very attentive and they listened to us.
Oh shit! Thanks, Fletch, for that $4.20 to the super chat saying we need a real party. Yeah, if you want to have a real party, I know how to have a real party. We'll get some pink panty droppers, bunch of weed, get some good bands and shit. Get weird. Let's get weird, motherfuckers!
I believe in God, and I think that the fire of truth will eventually destroy all lies, and anybody who lies along that time frame will feel the same for I truly believe that justice will be served in the end. There is 0% chance of me being found guilty of things I have not done. I maintain my absolute innocence, and I think most people understand this. Thank you very much, man. I look forward to being home. What are your plans for the next days then? When I was in jail, I did 7,417 push-ups. I would like to get to 10,000 before the end of the week. Okay? I will focus on the push-ups and I will read the Quran.
MashaAllah, brother.
MashaAllah. Thank you. Thank you to Antenna 3 and all my supporters.
And those are the words from Real Top G. He definitely said Assalamu alaikum and that he is going to be doing hella push-ups and reading the Quran, right? Because he's, Muslim or whatever. I guess that means that he's Muslim. If you read the Quran, you probably fucking Muslim. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah. Just saying. Allah snack bar or whatever. Congratulations. Which is fine. You know, like Muslims are still probably the religion that I know the least about. Just because, you know, like I've never really had to deal with like lots of Muslim people in a day-to-day basis. I know they're out there and shit like that. I've dealt with some Sikhs in the past, right? But I don't really know too much about like their whole understanding of things or anything like that. So I should probably figure that shit out at least a little bit more. I mean, I know that they have like jinns and shit, right? So like I might have to fight a jinn one day. So, you know, I might need to get a little educated to this shit, to that. But I figured that, you know, like most of the Christian magic, Celtic magic, and all the other magic that I know would be there, but I should probably learn a little bit more about the Muslims. I just had a beef with the guy that started the religion, like way back when or whatever, and, you know, I've just never been into it. But that's fine, you know. Know a decent amount about the Jewish religion, though. I know a decent about the Juden, right? Because you're supposed to be educated to that stuff or whatever if you wanted to be a worldly individual, right? Right? Yeah. So I thought that was pretty strange, my friends. Pretty strange. So just to get it out there that things aren't as normal as we've seen. So our good friend, Mr. Crabcrawler 1 was brought back to Twitter just the other day, like yesterday, actually. So yesterday, his account got reinstated into Twitter, which was interesting because I actually like messaged him and I was just all like, congrats or whatever, but you know, don't go back to your old fucking ways, bro. You're gonna get nuked, motherfucker. They gonna nuke ya, motherfucker. And yeah, I'll just put it out there that, yeah, I did message him and I was just like, you got your account back. You are welcome. And then I was like, don't go back to the old ways, my dude. You got a good thing going. So I guess he put in a bunch of different reports or whatever to get himself unbanned. And after just a day of him being banned, he got suspended again. Suspended again. And for those of you that don't remember, is that Crapman was the #1 account on Twitter for finding information out about Andrew Tate, right? Like he was the #1 guy that was doing Andrew Tate threads basically religiously every single day, asking for donations and all that stuff. He got back and literally was like a day or two on, maybe 2 days. Right, but he was not on for very long until he got suspended again. And I thought that was pretty insane, considering that we had just literally had, you know, a couple of messages going on. And I just wondered, like, what the hell was going on with this? And it said here from the Gator Gamer that he was reinstated on Twitter and then got mass flagged and suspended again, which is what they're saying is that he broke some rules or something again. He got re-suspended over something, and I don't know, because like at first everybody was trying to tell me that it was the Andrew Tate stuff that got him, and then I made the video explaining that yes, the Andrew Tate stuff could have been the reasoning behind it, but going back to the various different Twitter accounts that the dude had that got suspended, like Press Fart to Continue, Nickmon1112, and other things, I was like telling him that, yeah, you might be able to get this account back, but they're going to fucking suspend you almost again immediately if you don't get the original account back, right? You have to go back, get Press Fart to Continue back, then you have to get the next one back, and then you can get Crabcrawler back. Yeah, they're not just going to let you back on like that. We tried the same thing. It didn't work. We had to go back and get the main account back on. So think about that, right? Think about that. So right now there's a narrative out there that the biggest individual associated to this was, well, on March 29th, he got reinstated and then he got suspended again. Reinstated and suspended again. And then just following that is when Andrew Tate gets released from prison. So right now there is a narrative that maybe, just maybe, he got mass flagged by the Andrew Tate crowd. But I don't know. Yeah. So think about this. Think about it. Think about how that gets rolled out. Because people are going to call censorship again. But I don't know. I'm with Lofty. Poor you beggar can't catch a break. No, you can't, dude. Me on my phone right now. Imagine you're me. Yesterday morning, had no faith whatsoever in Twitter bringing back my account. Yesterday afternoon, oh my God, Twitter actually responded. Listen to the reason I can finally get back things sex adorable. Have it all taken away again for no reason. This is emotionally abusive. That's from Nick Mon. Which I thought was very, very strange, right? Unfortunately, I just found out Crab Crawler was suspended. I don't understand how this is even possible for him to get banned again in less than a day after he came back and got his account. What rules did he break in such a small period of time, Elegy Irwin? No new rule making. The counters are staying in an error. We caught the error very quickly, but that's what's causing the confusion here. So somebody reinstated the account in error? Fuck, I should be fucking worried about... emotional damage like that. Is that so? Like, maybe I should be worried about this at least a little bit more. Maybe that's probably why I didn't get led into the Twitter space earlier today with Elon, because I had my hand fucking raised for a really long time and they just would not let me up. Because apparently I'm not an engineer, even though the last time I checked, I was a full stack engineer. Last time I checked, I was a full stack engineer that put up countless numbers of websites and applications and shit. But I don't know nothing about Twitter, and I'm not allowed to ask any questions. But to me, this was kind of a strange turn of events, but very interesting that somebody could get suspended and unsuspended in error and then resuspended. So, what I was saying in the beginning about all of this was, I guess exactly the same, right? It's exactly the same as always, as it's always ever been. Motherfuckers. Sons of bitches. Yeah. So now we should talk at least a little bit about something else. It was being reported from Raw Alerts, as you can see right here, Raw Alerts. I'm absolutely in tears right now. I'm sick to my stomach. My whole body is shaking. Myself and Nick Sorter were on a phone call as I was giving him where the tornado was, and he was close in a tornado emergency. And then suddenly he yelled, getting in the car, "Oh fuck, oh my God." Then our phone call dropped. I tried to call the emergency hotline, but they're down. I felt helpless, and I'm now hearing multiple reports. Emergency crews are on their way to his location. He has been calling me 4 to 5 times, but then he went silent. Hope he's all right, which I don't know if he's actually all right. They said that this guy right here was the dude that they're actually talking about. And yeah, he actually hasn't posted anything. They were just talking about a mass casualty event that was going on out there because a huge tornado, a very large, extremely violent tornado, touched down near Little Rock, Arkansas, which is, if you didn't remember, Arkansas, isn't that where the movie Twister happened?
Heights area. I'm going to zoom in on it, Barry, see if we see debris. So stay with that image. I want everybody at Channel 7, get ready to take action, but don't just yet.
Heads up, we connected copyright audio. Wait, where did we get copyright audio from? I guess it's this Middleton thing. That was only like 13 seconds. Yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of people that are involved don't know if there's anything going on with it, but yeah, I don't want to play any of these videos and get fucking copyright struck by some of these fucking pieces of shit in the goddamn Weather Channel community. But yes, they're saying local media is reporting 600 plus casualties from a tornado. The storm is moving east from Little Rock. If you're in the path, seek shelter now. Apparently, this guy was in the path, and he hasn't tweeted or said anything over the last couple of days, and Roz Alert says that he was on the phone with them. So he could be injured, he could be down. This is like 2 hours ago. I haven't seen really any updates. All I really know is that there has been another pretty crazy situation that's happening with that, honestly. And the last time that we, I guess, heard from this guy, he was basically off the 54 in Covington, Tennessee. And I guess he got hit by a tornado. Yeah. Send ambulance, yo, my location. Tornado emergency from Nick Sotor. He was on the phone with the dude. And the last update that they got was the user phone busy thing. And that's not actually his phone number. That's to the show's emergency update. The phone you see is not Nick's number. This is to the show. It's an emergency line. So just in case anybody tries to say any doxing's going on. Nope. That's just the line that he uses through his phone for like the show. All right. So we really don't know what the hell's happening in this situation. It kind of seems crazy. Let's see. We got an update an hour ago. Nick's texted and assisting another individual. Communications lip down, but he's live and sleeking shelter. Something like that. I just want to respect his privacy as much as possible. Emergency services. I tried calling the emergency service, but cell powers are down. I felt helpless. When I get more information, I'll keep you updated. Which just sounds like, shit is going down, bro. And then what the hell is this? Mass casualty event declared after a roof collapsed at the Apollo Theater during a concert? What the fuck? The Apollo Theater in Illinois? Oh no. That ain't good. The roof collapsed at the Apollo Theater. That's like 32 minutes ago. Straight line winds made the roof collapse in Illinois. So we got multiple people after the roof collapsed at the Apollo Theater during a concert. A powerful storm hit Belvedere, Illinois, and multiple people are currently trapped and injured. Damn, son. Damn, son, I didn't even know about that one. That's crazy. That's just two new things that we heard about just a little bit ago from looking at Roz alerts. Like I had set that up to look into it, but I didn't realize that we were going to be seeing. I didn't realize we were going to be seeing that, dog. I didn't realize that we're definitely going to be seeing that. So think about it, dude. Think about it. The world is angry. And the only thing that we can do is wonder about it. Wonder why. But that's still not even the biggest thing that's happened today, right? Like Andrew Tate gets out, huge tornadoes and shit, but all of that probably still pales in comparison to the next story because it really shows us that we're in this neo world order now. Like up is down, down is up, left is right. That two-tier justice system just reared its ugly head again. And I think a lot of people have heard about this story before, but Douglas Mackey was just found guilty of a federal crime. He was charged by the DOJ for tweeting a meme on the left during the 2016 election. The lady on the right has never been arrested. But yes, this meme right here. So somebody just got convicted by the DOJ for sharing a meme. That's right, for sharing a meme. So Douglas Mackey, a.k.a. Ricky Vaughn, a.k.a. at the Ricky Vaughn Plubus Gaius or whatever, had shared this meme right here that said, "I'm with Hillary, go Hillary, avoid the line, vote from home, text Hillary to 59925. Vote for Hillary and be a part of history," right? Well, today, Douglas Mackey just got thrown in jail for tweeting this meme, right? Memes are now illegal, folks. So that internet stuff that we've been telling you about with the Restrict Act, thinking that folks like Josh Hawley are on our side. The fact that Josh Hawley put something up like the Restrict Act and thought that that was okay with us and the rest of the constituency of the Americas shows us that, you know what, this red versus blue bullshit isn't real, folks. Because somebody just went down for posting a fucking meme, bro. A real meme. And he only posted a picture. There was people like Christina Wong literally telling Trump supporters to skip the lines at the election and text in your vote. and text votes are legit or vote tomorrow on Super Wednesday. Like there was multiple different accounts out of Los Angeles on election day making videos and putting all this information out that they could vote for tomorrow and stuff. But apparently, you know, Christina Wong isn't under federal indictment. Christina Wong never got picked up for this heinous act that she committed, but Douglas Mackey did. That's right. I mean, wait, this is weird. Beep. Breaking. NYC jury. New York City jury finds Douglas Mackey guilty in the first ever meme trial after making memes that disparaged Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election. And basically all of it charges stem from that one Twitter post that we showed you there that said Hillary supporters could vote by text. And yeah, now they're saying that he's 100% guilty. That's right.
And Kentucky, the Kentucky legislature overrode the governor's veto of a bill that restricts aspects of trans youth gender.
Oh, that doesn't even have anything to do with it. But yeah, the verdict is in. U.S. Attorney, Eastern District of New York. The verdict is in. Douglas Mackey is guilty. And I just want to remind you that this is the same Eastern District of New York that Donald Trump just got indicted by through a grand jury. Right? Yep. This is exactly what you were looking at. Exactly, Legit Corp. They're first coming for the memers, then they're going to stop VPNs, and then they're going to take total control of the internet, and then it won't matter what the social media platforms say or do about censorship. They'll just cut them off if they don't do what they want. Yes. So the Department of Justice alleged that this constituted an election interference despite being unable to provide evidence that anyone was deceived by the meme. Mackey argues simply by creating a viral meme and that other Clinton supporters had posted similar memes encouraging Trump supporters to vote by text without consequence. An expert witness for the defense withdrew from the trial after being contacted by a reporter from the SPLC. Federal prosecutors claim Mackey was working with fellow meme makers to create Twitter posts and make them as real as possible. It wasn't about changing votes. It was about vaporizing votes, making them disappear, says Assistant U.S. Attorney Turner Buford. The number was real and it's set up to deceive incoming messages. He explained the release of these fake campaign ads was timed to flood the internet before Election Day. Mackey posted the memes on November 1st, a week before the election, and Frisk said that the memes message was ludicrous to anyone with a basic knowledge of how presidential elections work. Right? That's what we're looking at, guys. That's the reality of where we're at now. So you should be worried about this, right? Because this extends a lot farther because this is only the first step, right? Like Douglas Mackey goes down, right? So Douglas Mackey went down for posting a meme, right? So does that mean now that the rest of the people that posted the same meme are going to be given the same thing? Because we know no Democrats are going to get arrested for this by the Biden regime, but we definitely know that other individuals posted this shit, and this was kind of a source that was being looked into by our friends over at the Twitter files, if I'm not mistaken. At least a couple of the different releases kind of were exactly showing us what was going on. So the more that you got to worry about this, the more that you got to look into this shit, the reality is always going to be the same, right? The reality is always going to be the same, is that this thing is exactly what we thought it wasn't. Right? It's not exactly what we thought it was. And think about this. This is going to have wide-ranging consequences for people that were involved in the QAnon conspiracy as well, because Douglas Mackey's group, the bot masters and bot tenders behind MAGA 3X and stuff like that, were actually a part of this. Like, we actually had reported previously that Microchip himself, you guys remember good old Microchip? So the guy that was actually posting as QAnon has a Twitter account. He's been around. He's been doing all this different stuff. And literally, it's almost the same thing that we couldn't even have this thing going on. So honestly, look at this. You could go on here and see that you crying again. You lose. So you can see Arturo is already busy retweeting all of his stuff again. So I'm just going to have to re-push up my thread again. But yes, the birthday gift was some validation because Microchip was actually testifying in court on this particular situation and how it connects itself to this, right? So these are the same guys that, you know, we got caught up for all of this stuff, right? Like Microchip got caught up because he got himself involved into the QAnon conspiracy. I gave him the idea to do it, and then he actually went and did it. So, you know, ultimately, I can't get in trouble for that shit. And a lot of people out there are going to try to say that it is, but this is just extended because Microchip was testifying, and he's been a confidential informant for the FBI apparently since 2018. So this Fed game that's been going on, like I've been telling you, it's been going on since 2018, is pretty deep because now they're going to take this and they're going to start going after other people. So you should be worried. You should be worried. You should definitely be worried because there's other people out there that are crying again. Oh, look. He's crying again. You'll never be as good as me, you little Mexican scammer. Yeah. So like we could use this to our advantage, and I recommend that everybody does. If you see Arturo posting, make sure you go give him a little bit of a piece of your mind and let them know that, you know, this is a big mistake for them because a lot of people have been trying to say that I'm a confidential informant for the United States government of some way and that I'm a Fed. And I have to keep telling people that that is not true. I don't have to be a confidential informant for the government. That's not a thing that I need to do. See, the level of the game that we're playing here is that we already had issues with the federal government. We've been fully and 100% upfront with you about that stuff. We've never been under indictment. We've only ever given the government all of our computer equipment one time, right? And that was years ago. And I didn't have any association to them whatsoever, but they view me as an individual who is public. Everybody knows who DeFango is. Everybody can go watch DeFango streams at any little time and get all of the information that they need. That's the whole joke. You don't get it, but like these feds, they watch this shit, right? They know everything that I say. They've been watching all along this. They're just not wasting resources on me because they got everything that they need. All they got to do is send some idiot into the chat to ask a question, right? Like that's how hard it is for them. They got everything. They even went as far as to get my YouTube channel taken down because they didn't want people looking into this stuff. They didn't want people watching the streams from back then. They don't want people. So instead, we got like Mexican nationals like Arturo Tafoyeski that come out and talk all kinds of shit and say, oh no, I'm a Mexican national. I know more about this QAnon stuff. DeFango's a liar. Don't listen to him. Really? If I'm such a liar, then why is everything that I said coming true? Right? If I'm such a liar, why am I just always right? You know? The whole fact is that when you're like me, when you're literally nothing, a nobody with no money and anything like that, you don't need to lie, right? If I lied to people and I utilized the tactic of lying to get what I wanted, I would be so rich that I could be so great at it, but I just don't like to do it because I have morals, right? And I think throughout the years of us doing all of this stuff, that's all I've ever really shown people is that no one could ever exist on the internet unless nobody could exist on the internet like me, right? Fully open, fully aware, so people could see everything. Nobody does that. There's people that try to utilize the stuff that I put out there to make it seem like I'm a bad individual or something like that. But I am who I am. I am who I am. And I've never hidden who I was. I've never hidden how mean I am and how angry I can get. I've never hidden the fact that my tactics are much different than other people's. And I'm always upfront about it, right? Like, I don't want to make enemies. I don't like making enemies. I like to be friends with people. I like making connections for the future, but it's always like people think that because I have ADD or some type of mental disorder that makes me kind of split into different things sometimes, they think that they could control me. And it was like that with the group of guys over at Fireside. It's been like that for a long time. That's why I stay by myself nowadays. And now we're starting to see that this thing that I started a long time ago wasn't just about QAnon. QAnon was not the thing. It was a means to an end, right? Like throughout the years, since we've been on YouTube for many, many years, debunking conspiracy theories and just going at some of the biggest, nastiest grifters on the scene, we've made sure to always do good. And what a lot of people forget is that I didn't actually get any attention from any type of federal agencies until I did that one stream. You guys remember the stream when they bombed the Ariana Grande concert? And I used my live stream and my skills to basically find the terrorist cell that had committed that atrocity. And I got that information to the federal police in Britain. I guess the police in Britain, and they were able to take those people down. And I did that on live stream for everybody to see, just like, well, willy-nilly and stuff. I did the work of an intelligence analyst that gets paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for the government. And you know what? I just shit on them. And that's what we do on this channel. It's like we shit on the researchers, right? We utilize our tactics and our understandings and their tactics and their understandings. And we try to teach you how to do the same thing, because that's what the show is about, is me teaching you how to do what I do. That's why things are simple, right? That's why I get angry with people, because people want to come on my show, but then they want to shit on me after they think that they learned everything that they needed to know about this situation. But everything that we do is here for a reason, right? We do this not for fame and fortune. It's a joke that this is the Griftcast. Honestly, I don't even want to be running the joke anymore. I just want to be DeFango again, right? If we're not going to be making $100 a stream or whatever for talking, or if I have to do Eliza Blue streams and drama streams to be making hundreds of dollars, that's not what I want to do, guys. That's not who I want to be. And now that guys like Doug, Mackey are getting fucking thrown into jail for just doing this, just making memes, that changes things, guys, for everybody. It changes things for the entire world. Now you could get in trouble for a video you make. You shared that meme in a video, you could get in trouble for that, even if you're making a joke. Jokes aren't jokes anymore. Grifting is a crime. So, I'm sitting at a spot where, do I keep the Griftcast running? Has the joke run its course? And do I just, rename the channel DeFango, but keep the names and keep using all the other stuff? Because it's a crime. Now, we're a criminal. I mean, technically I've been a criminal for a long time or whatever. A fairly good one, I guess. Not through any fault of my own, though, dude. I just kind of fell into it or whatever. But, I've made it through. And then for the rest of my life, I've spent all of my time trying to at least make amends, even though I still don't see as what I did to these billionaires or whatever as being wrong, because they fucking were mean to me. They didn't give me the time of day. So I had to show them that, you know what? A dude can change the way you do things. We can make Hollywood different forever. And you guys think that this way that Hollywood is, do you think that this just started? No, dude, they've been in shambles since 2008, dog. Ever since the internet came around, Hollywood has been fucked, bro. You don't get it, though. You don't see it because you never, looked into it. But they were losing billions, bro, because of the internet, right? They had to change how they made movies and shit. Like these movies that you see nowadays, these Marvel movies, the way Star Wars is, how Disney is running things, all of this stuff was built up a long time ago, right? It's all artifacts of a fight that all these new shitheads have no idea about when the real fight for the internet was beginning. Now they're just fighting about how these people are handling these properties and shows and stuff. But you know what? These weren't their ideas. This is stuff that people were pitching to them 10, 20 years ago, right? And then they just ignored. And as we've moved through, I'm happy to see, like, we had Chrissy Merrill on the show the other day, right? And you guys, if you guys really liked the interview that we did, I brought Gene in because I wanted him to at least help a little bit because, you know, he's a solid interviewer. He's probably one of the best interviewers that I've ever seen, which is why I like having him as a co-host on the show. The problem, though, which he doesn't seem to understand, is that he doesn't want to follow the format, right? Like, we built a format. This is how the format works. And he gets bored, or if it's not something that he's interested in, you know, like he's interrupting and, you know, it's just, it causes strife on the stream, right? Like, so for Gene, it's like, I think that his real power is when he's like actually interested in a topic and being able to move forward in it. And, you know, obviously he's interested in the Chrissy thing because we were talking about her and her history, what it was like for her, right? And that's the kind of stuff that I like to get into with people, you know. Okay, I get you're a comedian now, and, you know, you got this whole entire thing, this personality that you've set up online of who you are or whatever. I get that, but, like, who are you? That's what I want to know. You know, I wanted to know who Chrissy Bear was because I was like, I always thought that this chick was more of like a feminist comedian, and then she's kind of like tiptoeing in this Republican shit, but it's not even really like she's a Republican at all. It's just that she's a libertarian, really, and that's what we saw, right? So I think we got a lot of understanding because a lot of people didn't get that Chrissy really got a lot of popularity for being the comic that didn't want to get the jab and talking about it, right? That's where it went, right? So when asking her the stuff about her interviews and stuff like that, you know, we put her on the spot because I didn't tell her what the interview was going to be about, right? But I didn't say, hey, this is going to be about Eliza Blue, because I could give a fuck about Eliza Blue. I didn't even like doing all that content. I liked all the money that I was getting for that content, but I was exhausted, right? I wish we could get that kind of energy on just the everyday shows that we do so that things could be better for you, me, and everyone else. But here we are looking at the future of all these different people. And I think it's a great example with the Chrissy Bear show is that she opened up. She gave us some great information that I haven't heard pretty much on any interview of her ever. And we really, at least, you know, like got to be back because I felt like I cheated, right? Like throughout the Eliza Blue situation, a lot of these big YouTube creators were like, okay, we know DeFago, we'll talk to him, but then they all kind of brushed me off or whatever after that. And I was just like, okay, you know, like I wanted to talk to her those because I wanted to at least bring her down to my level because, you know, she's up here, I'm way down here, right? So I just wanted to bring her down to our level and just be like, you know, we're just... You know, we do the same thing as you, right? We're not as popular. We're not any of that. But we still want to know about you and, you know, like what your goals are and what your favorite social media platforms is, because this is good information for everyone, right? If you want to have your own show, you can have your own show. You just got to be able to talk to a camera, and it's not that hard. You don't even have to really look at the camera. I mean, you can, but some people just do this the entire time and just talk like this. You know, some people have the camera up on top. Some other people have the camera down here, wherever. It's really all you need, right? So I think that this life that we're living is showing us that, you know, comedians like Chrissy Mayer might actually have something to be worried about. Like, we didn't have to be worried about this shit not that long ago, but now, you know, you could go to jail for election interference for sharing a meme, bro. That's the world that we're living in now, dude. And if you can't get that beginning, the reason that I've been playing the same intro song over and over and over and over and over and over is because it's important, dude. That shit's important. Those words are what we're going through right now. This is the phase. We're shifting as an entire society into something new. And I'm not going to say it's beautiful, but it is something new. And it's going to change a lot of people's minds about what's been going on in the world. I mean, even Leah McElrath says we need to go after the people who supported and directed his activities, as well as those of the rest of the frontline MAGA 3X operatives. That's where the real story lies. If you say it, if you haven't thought about it, there was a huge group of people that were going after this. There was a huge group of leftists that would have stopped at nothing to get Microchip and Ricky Vaughn and all of these different characters, yet they just couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. They did not know how to stop the alt-right. And all it really took was me giving some people an interesting idea and getting introduced to these guys to give them the poison pill that would eventually take them off of the scene. And within quick work, we made quick work of it, but we didn't have to do anything. We just had to give them enough attention to get them caught up, right? And it's the same thing that I've been trying to tell people since 2016 when we started investigating Pizzagate and the fakeness that was associated with it and the botting and the fucking Pegasus Trojans that were being installed on people's computers. This is all the stuff that is missing. This is the stuff that they didn't want you to see. And the reason that these MAGA 3X characters don't support me is because they know that I got them. Like, they thought they were going to use me for their ends, and then I ended up using them for my ends, and they imploded before it was too late. And then all of the people just wanted to get something out of it, and they all ended up becoming feds, right? That's why you don't hear anybody talking about Justin McConney. That's why you don't hear anybody talking about who really Microchip is because these people have already signed themselves away. It's a narrative composition that they're controlling. And until they want to be truthful about it, I never have anything to worry about. And that thing really burns people out there. There's people out there that are furious about that shit. But they don't understand. And I don't think they ever will. Like Miss Elwath, Nerve Truts, you have something to say to the people that you like to tell the people some of the ops you've been involved in with all the destructive impacts it have? I mean, I could, but I'm only holding my punches. Yeah, Leah's got me blocked, but not how it works in this country. Go after freaking crimes, not people. You want that? Find a dictatorship and leave. Your mask is off. But that's the thing that's the thing that's scaring me about these groups. All these groups wanted these people taken out, thrown in jail for all this fake shit while they were doing the exact kind of fake shit that those people were doing. So it's like, not only were we trying to expose the Democrat machine, we were also trying to expose the Republican machine. And by exposing the Republican machine, we would be able to show everyone the full view of how evil and depraved the Democratic machine is. And remember, I used to be a member of the Democratic machine. I helped Obama get elected in 2008. And then, I worked as a volunteer for the DNC from 2008 to 2012, right? And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the machine itself and how the machine operates and how the people within the machine deal with themselves. And leftists are just kind of horrible people, man. Yeah, some of the people originally part of the shed are repugnant. Leah is not one repented ones, but she's still an active operate, to the best of my knowledge. Yeah, it's like these people in the Democrat side have created all of these like things. They never realized that these alt-right guys were never as big as they thought that they were. They were just trolling them, right? They would just do things to troll the left, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger until at one point, they even made up something called the Shed and said that it was some like crazy shit or whatever that it wasn't. And these people to this day still are just on it, right? These are the same people that still try to come after me acting like I did something wrong, even though they haven't ever listened to me, right? I was like, hey, I just went to DEF CON, told a whistleblower meeting about my idea. A couple of the people stayed afterwards that actually wanted to talk about it when it was Justin McConney for MAGA 3X. They followed me around. We talked about my idea a little bit more. I left. A couple weeks later, we got into a Discord with some people, talked about what my idea was. And then I left and I was like, all right, well, here's the idea again. This is what you guys got to do. Peace out. Right? Like, they can't understand that. They expect me to be like an operative and working with them because they can't give me the credit to be a nobody and just being able to walk into a room and say, hey, what's up, bitches? I got an idea. These people don't get it, dude. It's an information war. It's an information war. And guess what? That was just a huge loss. I think that the war, basically, the information war as it existed, is now over. Meme magic, meme wars, and shit like that. Back in the day, we were telling people that was going too far, and now it's been proven that they went too far, right? They definitely went too far, and now they're going to go to jail for it. And that's something. Isn't that fun? Yeah, it is fun, actually. So what are we supposed to do? Well, I don't know what we can do, guys. I don't really think that there's anything that we could ever do to fix this. I mean, we could try, but I don't think that it's a possibility. I mean, even with all of these other big things that are happening today, I don't know. Which brings us into our last thing. Like, the information war is hard to win when you don't have the ability to. The information war has had a little bit of a change, though, because Elon Musk at least came forward with one of his big things that he said he was going to do about Twitter. And he said that he was going to make the Twitter algorithm open source. And now the Twitter algorithm is available for everybody to look at on GitHub. That's right. So if you were ever interested in understanding how Twitter works and parts of the algorithm and how the machine language associates things to things, well, guess what? Today is your day. You can finally do that, which is great in a lot of ways, but it's kind of a little late, right? Because this information, I don't know, maybe it could have helped Douglas Mackey's case in some kind of way. But I was actually in on a talk earlier that Elon Musk did on Twitter Spaces discussing it. So let's just see if we can play the recording a little.
We were
the tweets.
Here we go. I think I gotta go.
everything, but it's the vast majority of it. And we're just, there's a few parts that we need to just do some security and privacy checks on before we open source it. But the intent is that that we open source everything that's necessary to predict with reasonable accuracy what will be recommended to people on Twitter. So, the idea here is that, why should you trust any social media company or any company if the recommendation is a black box and is subject to manipulation in ways that you don't understand, and it could be from people, from just code errors. It could be, it could be state actors potentially. Anyway, the point is that you need to be able to trust what is being recommended to you, so that you at least understand where the manipulation is coming from. And our overall goal with this platform is to achieve maximum trust, and maximum trust comes with maximum transparency.
So yeah, that's Elon Musk talking in his space. It was about an hour long. We won't listen to the whole thing of it, but it was really interesting to see the Twitter engineer, to see Elon Musk and L.G. Irwin, the head of trust and safety, all in there. And I got into there early. I requested a microphone to speak, and it almost seemed like they were skipping me because I was like one of the first people to ask for a microphone. And literally, they went through everyone else but me. So I don't know. Maybe Elon's still mad at me or whatever. Maybe I'm not good enough for their engineering prowess or whatever. But yes, it was reported today that, oh, sorry, we didn't want to look at that one, that they revealed their source code, right? And they even actually put out a message. So let's just go ahead and read it, and we'll have the robot do it.
A new era of transparency for Twitter. At Twitter 2.0, we believe that we have a responsibility, as the town square of the internet, to make our platform transparent. So today we are taking the first step in a new era of transparency and opening much of our source code to the global community. On
I
GitHub,
remember Cambridge
you'll find
Analytica.
2 new repositories, main repo, ML repo.
I remember when the
containing
Obama
source code
campaign
for many
used Cambridge
parts of Twitter,
Analytica.
including our recommendations algorithm, which controls the tweets
Through
you
some
see on
asshole's
your timeline.
recommendation.
We're also sharing more information on our recommendation algorithm in this post on our engineering blog. For this release, we aimed for the highest possible degree of transparency, while excluding any code that would compromise user safety and privacy or the ability to protect our platform from bad actors, including undermining our efforts at combating child sexual exploitation and manipulation. Today's release also does not include the code that powers our ad recommendations. We also took additional steps to ensure that user safety and privacy would be protected, including our decision not to release training data or model weights associated with the Twitter algorithm at this point. Ultimately, this is our first step to be more transparent in this way, and we plan to continue sharing more code that does not present a significant risk to Twitter or people on our platform.
Yes. And they're also starting a bug bounty program.
We invite the community to submit GitHub issues and pull requests for suggestions on improving the recommendations algorithm. We are working on tools to manage these suggestions and sync changes to our internal repository. Any security concerns or issues should be routed to our official bug bounty program through HackerOne. We hope to benefit from the collective intelligence and expertise of the global community in helping us identify issues and suggest improvements, ultimately leading to a better Twitter. As the town square of the internet, we're ultimately doing this to foster transparency and build trust with our users, customers, and the general public. We'll continue to share updates as we make progress in this area. This tweet is unavailable.
Wonder why that tweet's not available. So there's supposed to be 2 tweets there, but they're not available. So yeah, I actually did go over to the Twitter repository on GitHub, and it is like they said that they did. They put it open source. So now pretty much the entirety of the Twitter algorithm, save the training data, is now publicly available for anybody. And I mean anybody to look at. And it shows the top languages that Twitter uses, which are Scala, Java, Python, JavaScript, and C. And yes, it's the entirety of everything where you can go through and you could technically probably actually set up your own Twitter, save your, since you don't have the trading data for the actual algorithm, your algorithm will need to be trained and it may act differently if based on the data that you actually train it with. But you'll be able to see right now, there's the Scala for the actual algorithm available, and then there's the algorithm ML that is created in Python that are released. On top of that, we also have the metrics, the tweet emoji, the Jago data, the Zellulus, their chill extensions, their bijections, their algebras, the way the text editor works, their website and how the website is displayed to the internet, the GraphJet, the focus programs, basically literally fucking everything. Even Birdwatch, which is, if you didn't know, was which was what Community Notes is. So Community Notes used to be called Birdwatch, and now they even have all of the Community Notes stuff in there. So it's all been released, so anybody can go look at it. Anybody at all, the entire platform, save a couple of things. And if we go into the actual algorithm box, that means that yes, you could actually clone the code yourself and you could launch it, although you're gonna need a little bit of skills in order to figure out exactly how it works, because without the actual full thing installed, you're really only going to have part of it, right? So like for anybody out there that was like crying that Elon wasn't going to release the algorithm, well, guess what? You're a dumb piece of shit, because he did. It's right here. I'm looking at it right now. And it is big. Actually, it is very big, because they literally gave us everything. They gave us how they do detections of embeddings. They gave us the dead knowledge scraps for user tweets, models for detecting not safe for work content, models that predict the likelihood of a Twitter user interacting with another Twitter user, the page rank algorithm for pages, streaming event processors, the graph feature services for pairs of users, the find and rank tweets of the 50% tweets, the mixer that coordinates the out-of-network tweets from candidates showing up on your transfers. So yeah, there's a lot of shit here. And thanks to Algorithmic Fusion for that $2 super chat. Meow, I'm a toaster. Well, I guess you are a toaster if you want to be. So yeah, everything's here actually. Pretty much everything is here. And it's kind of a refreshing thing to see because you can even go into the trust and safety models and you can see that there are a couple of things in here that they did not include, right? Like we've decided to open source the training code for the following models: the PNSFW media, PNSFW text, P-toxicity, and P-abuse. We have several other models and rules that we're not going to open source at this time because of the adversarial nature in this area. The team is considering open source more models going forward to keep the community posted. Thanks again there to Accurate Fusion. Appreciate you. Appreciate ya. So yeah, so like they did a pretty good job of putting everything out there. And obviously it's not smart for them to release some of the trust and safety metrics that they're currently utilizing because then people will actually be able to game it pretty hard. I mean, even with the stuff that they've released already, it's pretty crazy. So like, you know, they have the abusive thing, which is actually just a Python script. You've probably seen this pop up actually. If I believe you've written a tweet and then you try to send it and it gives you that pop up and it says other users have reported in the past that, this type of shit isn't the type of shit that they like to see or whatever. That's exactly, you know, the kind of stuff here. So if you wanted to see how it works and if you understand Python and Scala and the way that they do all of this stuff, you'll actually be able to read through all of it. Although you're going to be missing some keys that are required. So that's partly some of the reasoning behind why they don't release some of the code associated with it. But yes, indeed, the code has been freed. So, you know, as that dude that's always on Tim Pool's show, Ian Crossland, saying, free the code, Elon, free the code. That guy's probably going fucking apeshit right now on Timcast because he finally got the code that he's not going to be able to do anything with it. But he's not going to be able to do anything with it. So I guess that, you know, if you're a code person, it's time to actually go through, start to figure this stuff out. But it's not as difficult. It doesn't seem like it would actually be as difficult as it seemed to get some of this stuff running. And now you're basically going to be able to figure out what the trigger words were, follow recommendation service and how that shit works and how it's designed to work and how it's implemented. So there's a lot of information here that people really need to be able to go over, take some time. I mean, here's the timeline ranker that tells you exactly how your timeline is, you know, being done. Even if it is a legacy system, it's still basically integrated with the social graph and a couple of other things that show you how your tweets are showing up. So whether it's the For You page or the recommended page, so on and so forth, all of that information is also available to you. But I think even more interesting is this right here. It says the actual ML that Twitter utilizes. So that means that you can actually still go in, create a Python repository for this code, and basically it shows you how all of that stuff works. So it says the project open source code, some of the ML models used at Twitter. Currently, these are for the For You heavy ranker and embeddings project. This project can be run inside Python virtual environment. We've only tried this on Linux machines because we use TorchRec and it works best with NVIDIA GPUs. So if you really wanted to get into this, you could actually see it. You can actually see it. And thanks, Sam Adams 73 for the $5 USD. Does it show any of the textual filters? Would like to see one. I don't know if you would like to see one. You're more than happy to go search through the source code to go find one. But thanks for the $5, bro. I'm sure that you and your friends will be able to go look it up on your own time on your own shows, won't you? Probably. Think so. So yeah, I guess you're going to have to like search through the repositories to find anything. I haven't sat down and read every single little bit of code here. Because there's a lot. There's just a fucking lot. There's a fucking lot. Right? There's a shitload of code here. But, I mean, it's probably in here somewhere, dude. Like, there's probably so much stuff that people are pouring over. And I'm not even logged into GitHub right now, so I don't even want to get limited on the amount of search that I'm doing. But I'm probably going to have to repay for my GitHub account so that I can actually use this. But damn, dude. They even have the Scala School? Look at this. This Scala School is a set of lessons covering the Scala programming language. We use Jekyll to generate the site. In order to build it, you must do this. What? Wow. They actually teach people how to utilize their ML shit. That's crazy. That is some crazy shit. I did not even see that. Yeah, dude. You're probably going to have to draw ULMs for days, dude. Check my repo? What the fuck is this? Check my repo. Aiming to open source software OSS maintainers. Sauce Lab open source profiles. Create check my repo. Oh. Wow. What the fuck? That's how they're managing their representations and shit? That's crazy. Gatekeeper service serves to develop and automate manual steps on onboarding, offboarding, and lost asset scenarios. Huh? Yeah, this is a lot of other stuff here. So, I mean, I guess they were, like, releasing a lot more of this stuff. Damn, they put out a shitload of the fucking They should put out a shitload of the thing before they even released the ML. So, it's like everybody already had everything that they needed in order to see what was happening on this. It's just the actual new source codes that's, like, up here, which is specifically just this one right here and this one right here, which is the Scala for the algorithm and then the actual machine learning for the algorithm, which these two in conjunction basically operate all of the features for managing and manipulating everything. And then they even gave us the metrics, which is, you know, when you go into your thing and you actually look at your metrics dashboard, you get the year of review and shit like that. That's interesting. Yeah, Scala is one of your alts. That's funny. Yeah, that is actually funny. I want to build a TR3B, but the Panda is missing some parts. Well, yeah, of course they're missing some parts. They're not going to put all that shit out there for anybody to look at. Are you kidding me? Twitter did, though. So, like, somewhere in here, you're going to have basically anything. But I think the main thing to get in here is that there's not going to just be, like, a list of words, man. It's the ML that was really doing, I guess, all of this. Right? And that's probably what we're probably going to have to start looking into. So if I was looking for something for like a list of words or something like that, it would be in the ML. But even then, they did say that the training data was not associated. So without the training data, you're probably not going to be able to get the same exact words that they were using, because technically those words are existing inside the ML that's doing all of that. So you need the database from the LML that did all the analyzations. So like technically maybe you could recreate the database or whatever, but without doing a recreation of the database's ML, you're not going to be able to get probably the actual listings of words. Because even here, they gave you the trust and safety models. Let's see, train pi. Yeah, if it would be in here, it looks like based on this, it's looking at the model. So it'd be looking at the ML model database in order to actually get that shit. Let's see what data's got. Data processing, data frame rotor, MB generator. Yeah. So you would need to be basically connected to the database, because this isn't the database itself. This is just the functioning software associated to it. So you would need to basically have access to their data set in order to be able to get all of those words, which makes sense because everything's going in through TensorFlow. So they're using TensorFlow to access the database, and then this is the actual functioning code on how it works and how it operates. But no, you're not going to actually have a listing of all the words that they're blocking and shit like that. No. At least from what I can see. At least from what I can see. So it looks pretty good, man. You know, like, honestly, Twitter did some big shit today by releasing all that. I think they've assuaged some of the fears of people. I mean, there's obviously going to be other individuals out there that are going to be crying about all of this and talking all this shit, but technically, yeah, you have everything that you need to make Twitter now. Yep. They basically put out everything for you to set up your own version of Twitter, sans an artificial intelligence that is as wise as theirs in association to blocking posts. But technically, I mean, you could create your own Twitter now from this point right here and then just have a new ML database that operated in a different fashion that you could control in your own way, which is interesting. Yeah. Which is interesting. So yeah, that's basically where we're at. Based on all this stuff, I mean, it's a lot to look through. I recommend people, if you're into code and you know any of the languages associated with it, you might want to give it a shot. But like, it's been around for years, guys. So now we're going to be looking at this stuff and trying to figure it out. And what to think of the future is that now people are going to use this information to try to game the system. But really what it shows you is that without the actual trading data, you're not going to be able to, because how are you supposed to understand how their system operates if you don't know how it operates? I mean, now you have like everything that's there, but you basically just have the empty shell. Without the trading data, we'll never truly be able to understand the brain that they're utilizing, I guess is where we should put it. So maybe Chris Boozy might be stealing the Twitter source code and then putting up his own fucking shit again or whatever. Maybe that's going to happen. But thanks again to Aritic Fusion for the $2 super chat. Lunchy and the world are watching. That's right. Lunchy! Get over here. Get over here, lazy puppy. Come on. Come on. Come on, you lazy girl. Daddy, I'm sleeping, Daddy. But I'm over here sleeping. You gonna make me go pick you up? All right, I'm coming. I'm coming. Oh, no, Daddy. I'm laying in the bed. Oh, yeah, Lunchy's doing much better. She's been eating her regular dog food. She's run out of the medicines. And she's just been laying in her shit and just been laying on the bed, lazy as can be, my little Lunchy. Yeah, I wanted to show you on the show for a little bit. The people on the show like you, Lunchy. She's a cute puppy. Did you eat some of your dinner? Did you eat your dinner? Did you eat your dinner? Yes. No, you didn't eat your dinner. Look. Oh, you did. You saving some for later? Is that what that is over there? That little bit? Is that what it is? A little bit? Oh. Yeah. It sounds like maybe. I mean, this would be a point in time where I'd be like, dude, I should set up Twitter by myself and recreate the whole thing, but I'll just be pretty fucking blunt with you. Is I don't think that I could do that in a day based on what I've seen. And there are things here that I don't understand, right? Like some of the languages associated stuff. Like I know C++, I don't know any Rust, even though it's only 1.5% of some of the code that's out there. Feels like we wouldn't, or it feels like there'd be some issues right there. Like we know enough of Java, Python, and that, but do I know enough Scala and C to get this done? Probably. Just what would be the point, right? Yeah. What would be the point is what I'm thinking about. Unless unless somebody else wants to actually set up their own Twitter and literally have a Twitter clone of Twitter and go after Elon Musk, I don't see what the point would be. Other than just work on the code yourself and then, help fix that shit. That's really all you can do. Like, hey, you have all of the shit. It's open source. You know what you can do now? You can make fucking plugins. Yeah, you can make your own shit. So if there's something on Twitter that you like to see or you used to see, you can re-implement it. And the only thing that's really upsetting me about this whole thing is that they never put out the Periscope stuff. Like, Periscope is the one thing about Twitter that I miss, right? Like, I hated that it was a separate app. You should just be able to go live in Twitter on the app or through a website or whatever and have it go into your page like you can now, but there needs to be a live chat like they used to have it on Periscope. Like, that's really where I think that they're missing us. So, yeah, you can make plugins for Twitter now. So you can add something that you like, and now if you're a programmer, you could be like, yo, we could have this on here, and now you can actually implement it. So, it's a good day for code. It just, we don't really know how this thing's going to work, dude. So, I guess that's pretty much it for the day. That's pretty much it for the day. I hope you guys are well. And then, yeah, they didn't put out the source code for the Vine either. They should have. So that's pretty much it. So I guess at the end of the day, thank y'all for joining us today. We had another excellent show, the best worst show on the internet. I hope you guys are doing very well today. Thank you for the generous donations and stuff that came on through over here. But outside of that, we're pretty much done today. So thank you everybody for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share this thing with your friends, do all that good stuff. And we'll definitely catch you guys out here on the next one. It's a Friday night, and I'm sure there's going to be some good stuff going on. So, see you later. Hopefully you have a great night. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. And yeah, of course, we will be playing Star Citizen later if you guys would like to join us.